Coming up on Cronkite News, a small historically black community in Pinal County took on a big power company. See how the residents took a stand on protecting their environment and came out on top.
Plus, Habitat for Humanity partnered with a law firm to hold a charity event in a unique environment. Those details ahead. And later on, break it down why hundreds of thousands of women left the workforce in 2021. We examine whether corporate America can win them back.
Cronkite News starts now.
Good evening and welcome to Cronkite News on Arizona PBS. I'm Kelly Donahue.
And I'm Atria Mineshny. Thank you for joining us. When SRP wanted to double the size of their natural gas plant in Coolidge, Arizona, the expansion seemed inevitable. Arizona's growing population needs the power, and the expansion would provide energy for more homes and help prevent summer blackouts. But the energy company didn't count on the power of a collective voice. Faith Abercrombie tells how the residents of one tiny community fought the state's second largest power company and won.
A quiet, small community. But when it's time to make some noise,
when do we want it? Now!
The people of Randolph, Arizona rallied together.
I got down on my knees. I didn't care who saw me, and thank God.
62-year-old Mary Turner and other Randolph residents asked to be heard at the Arizona Corporation Commission meeting. Their message was clear. The rural town, founded in the early 1920s by black farm workers, has enough industrial sites.
Many residents have been forced from their homes because of dangerous air pollution, leaving their homes for days to avoid vapors, odors, particulates, bright lights, and noise.
Still, this small neighborhood, where you can't travel a few blocks without leaving the town, is home.
Everyone knew everyone. You know, we were all like family, and you don't lose that connection.
Down the road from where residents live are 12 gas turbines at the Coolidge generating station. Along the same road is Western Emulsions and El Paso Natural Gas Company surrounding Turner's neighborhood.
My number one question is one word: why? When you have all of this vacant land around us, why Randolph?
With industrial sites like power and gas plants moving into town, residents are concerned about their health and safety.
I'm like, is the world coming to an end? I'm serious.
Last August, a gas explosion erupted across from Turner's house, killing 2 people.
So then finally I looked out my kitchen window, and that's when I saw the flames.
And even more frightening for some residents, concerns about the unseen dangers like pollution.
When you breathe air pollution like ozone, the linings of the lungs become irritated and inflamed. It's like a sunburn to the lungs.
In a vote of 4-1, the plan to build 16 more turbines at the Coolidge generating station was defeated. And for now, residents can breathe a little easier. But Turner says the fight for their community is only beginning.
That was a great victory for us. And I think not only for Randolph, for the world. I think we told the world something.
In Randolph, Faith Abercrombie, Cronkite News.
The Arizona Corporation Commission recommended that SRP comes up with a cheaper way to meet the demands of their customers, one that doesn't impact surrounding communities.
If you plan on catching a flight soon, make sure to pack a face mask. TSA is extending face mask requirements for a couple more weeks. The requirements will be in place until May 3rd. TSA says it will continue to work with the CDC and look at COVID numbers during that time. This comes as some states report an increase in cases, and some health experts are concerned about another possible surge. The extent of this possible increase is still unclear, but experts don't think it will be as bad as the most recent one.
The FDA has authorized the use of a new COVID-19 test that detects the virus using your breath. The Inspect IR COVID-19 breathalyzer spots chemical compounds associated with the virus and can give results in less than 3 minutes. It is about the size of a piece of a carry-on luggage, and it is meant to be used in medical offices and mobile testing sites. The test was found to accurately identify positive samples more than 91% of the time, and negative samples nearly 100% of the time.
If you have young kids, you may want to listen up. Pfizer now wants to offer its COVID-19 booster shot to healthy kids who are between the ages of 5 and 11. The company is expected to ask for official authorization soon. This comes after Pfizer said some new data shows their version of the shot could help kids in that age range develop antibodies against the virus. Although COVID-19 is not as big of a threat to kids, some can still get really sick. Health officials currently recommend that everyone over the age of 12 get a booster shot, while those over the age of 50 can even get a second one.
Tax day is Monday, and the city of Phoenix wants to help make sure everyone files their taxes this year. The Volunteer Income Tax Assistant Program is offering options for free tax preparation, especially for mid to low-income families. This isn't a new program. The city's Human Service Coordinator says the program has been helping people with their taxes for years.
It's been in operation for over 50 years. It's a program through the Internal Revenue Service. It is a nationwide program. The city of Phoenix has been offering it for over 17 years, and we've been able to bring in over $100 million in federal refunds alone to the community.
To learn more about Phoenix's free tax options, visit the City of Phoenix's website or send an email to vita.taxhelp@phoenix.gov to receive the free tax preparation software link and instructions.
Recently, Habitat for Humanity Central Arizona teamed up with a local Arizona law firm to hold a charity in the metaverse. Cronkite News reporter John Brown tells us about the metaverse phenomenon and what impacts it will have on housing for the future.
Epifania Reyes, a mother of 2 young children, moved into a home with the help from the Habitat for Humanity just 2 weeks ago.
The house, it's a nice space for us.
Reyes is part of Habitat's new story, a charity collection in the metaverse. So what exactly is the metaverse? As you escape into a virtual reality, the metaverse is the future of a dystopian society filled with endless possibilities. Omar Abdallah, a lawyer with Rose Law Firm in Scottsdale, explains the futuristic approach of the metaverse.
It's more of a concept than a place. It represents an interactive place where assets can be owned, and we know that these assets are owned because they're recorded on the blockchain.
The blockchain is an important aspect to the metaverse. It is a digital ledger that contains integral records, like in an Excel spreadsheet. With the blockchain comes NFTs, which are known as non-fungible tokens. These tokens are used to buy virtual land in the metaverse. And according to a Bitcoin.com study, at least 18% of Americans have invested in NFTs. Abdallah and his team at Rose Law Firm designed a house in the metaverse that is a replica of a 3D printed house in Tempe, Arizona.
Merged these two technologies, the metaverse and NFT technology, together to create this fundraising space where we can sell the NFTs to raise funds for their real-world projects.
Habitat for Humanity Central Arizona is the first 501c nonprofit to do a fundraising event in the metaverse. We talked to President and CEO Jason Barlow.
Any money we can bring back to Habitat is going to be beneficial to all of our families because it will just help us continue to purchase land, buy materials, build homes with volunteers and families.
Rose Law Firm is no stranger to the metaverse events. In fact, just 2 months ago, Rose Law Firm hosted its first metaverse marriage, also known as Meta Marriage. Now, there won't be an Arizona Supreme Court justice at the next Habitat for Humanity House build, but both Rose Law Firm and Habitat for Humanity hopes to expand their metaverse efforts globally for the future. In Phoenix, John Brown, Cronkite News.
Triple digits might be on the horizon. Luke Vickery joins us in the Cronkite News Weather Center with more on what you can expect.
Good evening, Arizona. Looking at futurecast right now for this weekend, really not too much going on right now. We will have a few severe storms that could have the possibility of popping up in around the southern Mississippi area with this front that's going to move across to the east. But that's pretty much all we're going to see across the United States for this weekend and moving into early next week. Now, looking at the big picture right now, low pressure is going to be centered up to the northeast, and that could bring some precipitation up there, but not much for us as high pressure moves through. And then low pressure could come all the way down here into Arizona next weekend. And we can't be sure what the weather's going to be like then because it's so far in the future. But what we can be sure of is our temperatures will drop and we will have breezier conditions when that comes next weekend. Now, 86 degrees about right now with some cloudiness. But as we move later into the evening, you might even be able to see the stars around 10 p.m. where it'll be 76 degrees about then. Now, looking at temperatures all across Arizona right now, high temperatures for tomorrow, 91 degrees in Phoenix is what we can expect. And we're really going to expect those temperatures to stay high for a while, where on Tuesday we'll actually almost have a possibility of hitting our first triple-digit day of the year for our temperatures. And then temperatures are going to stay pretty high all the way till Friday, where we hit 85 degrees with that low pressure system coming in. And that's where we're going to finish off next week. In the Cronkite News Weather Center, I'm Luke Vickery.
I'm Hayden Weber. Coming up after the break, I'll have your Cronkite Sports Report. We'll take a look at the ASU softball team who hasn't lost in 40 days next.
Your favorite member benefit is getting better and bigger.
This is wonderful.
Over the next year, Passport is adding new shows and doubling the number of episodes for you to stream.
They give us all that they've got.
From your favorite cooking and travel series.
Even the stairs are breathtaking.
To history specials and award-winning documentaries. Better and bigger.
That really is the fun part.
Stream on any device with Passport on the PBS Video app.
The Walter Cronkite School of Journalism and Mass Communications Phoenix Sports Bureau provides students with hands-on learning experiences and opportunities in sports journalism. From covering local high schools, colleges, and the pros, students get the opportunity to go live from our Facebook shows covering local, collegiate, and pro sports in the Valley. From digital reporting, broadcast, social media, and producing, there's opportunities for all. For more, go to cronkitenews.azpbs.org.
Welcome back to Cronkite News. I'm Hayden Weber with your Friday Sports Report. Today is Jackie Robinson Day. 75 years ago, Robinson broke baseball's color barrier when he made his debut for the Brooklyn Dodgers. Diamondbacks first baseman Christian Walker took some time before today's game to reflect on Robinson's legacy.
The day is awesome. It's easy to celebrate it now, but you know, we feel fortunate every other day as well. It's not just about today. It's not just about one day. You know, it's about being able to go out and every day and you know, be a part of a team with my teammates, and it's a brotherhood.
Something's heating up in Tempe, and it's not just the weather. ASU softball's on a hot streak of 18 consecutive wins and is now up to number 10 in the national softball rankings. Cronkite News reporter Parker Gray tells us what has been key to the winning streak.
Sun Devil softball is undefeated in their last 18 games. The last time the team felt the sting of defeat was March 5th, almost 6 weeks ago. As each win stacks up, the team improves further from where they began this season.
I just think we were kind of finding ourselves. We didn't know what we exactly had. Losing big key components last year with our team, I just think we had to figure out, okay, who's going to be the leaders, who's going to step up, and kind of we know who can do what now, and I just think that we're rolling within.
While everyone has found and refined their roles, the team's collective energy has proven to be a driving force behind what makes the team click.
Energy can win a game, honestly. Whoever has the best mindset and energy really takes over a game.
I think it definitely goes into just giving us that aggression and momentum towards the games. Obviously during games, like, you don't want to see like a quiet, shy team, but the energy behind it, I feel like, feeds into our aggression into playing.
While the prolonged success has been an exciting ride for the Sun Devils, they want to be sure everyone knows one thing: they are not finished.
I think it's just like what you said, not to be satisfied, just to go out and think that we have this thing where we say everyone hates you. So if you think that everyone hates you, that gives you the aggression to go out and just play how we know how to play and just put up runs and do what we've been doing.
The team had spent nearly 3 weeks on the road before returning Thursday night in a walk-off win against Utah, and they hope to prolong their win streak in 2 more games against Utah this weekend. In Tempe, Parker Gray, Cronkite News.
The 10-0 start in conference play is their best in program history. They hope to take this energy and make a return to the Women's College World Series for the first time since 2018. The NBA playoffs begin this weekend, and the Phoenix Suns still don't know who they're going to face in the first round. That question will be answered tonight when the New Orleans Pelicans and the Los Angeles Clippers face off in the Western Conference play-in. Suns forward Jay Crowder shared what the team's been doing during the waiting period, and yes, they'll be watching the play-in game tonight.
We're going to watch Friday's game together as a team, but we've just been trying to practice and keep our rhythm as much as possible and spend time with our family right before once game one hits, the game start rolling off.
Here's some other sports news from around the Valley. Sam Thomas, the former U-Arizona basketball star, signed a training camp contract with the Phoenix Mercury. And contract negotiations between the Cardinals and Kyler Murray are getting tense, so the QB's agent has pulled their latest offer off the table. Murray is not expected to play next season without a new contract. That's it for today's Cronkite Sports Report. Back to you, Kelly and Atria.
A utility company worker in Phoenix was hit with an unexpected rush to save 2 dogs trapped in a Phoenix water gate. SRP worker Ruben Cesena went on a routine assignment to clear out a grate when he found 2 Labrador retrievers trapped in rushing water. Acting quickly, Cesena managed to snag the 70-pound white lab by its collar and pull it to safety. The other dog was more difficult to grab, but with the use of wood boards and determination, Cesena was able to push the black lab onto land. After the fiasco, the 2 dogs ran off together towards a farm field.
That's it for Cronkite News tonight. Thanks for joining us. For top Arizona stories anytime, go to cronkitenews.azpbs.org.